Hello Aquarius, thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Star Tarot by Kathy McLeland. There's a website at the top here, kathymcleland.com. Feel free to check that out if you want to. Supportive Oracle cards, Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Illustrated by Jesse Reish. There's a website, hayhouse.com at the bottom. Feel free to freeze frame on any of that information if you'd like to check it out. What do we... Okay. All these cards were popping out, so I just didn't fight it. I just let them come out. Okay. So the first card I'm noticing... Well, you got the world, but you also have the devil. Yeah, but I feel like Aquarius is one of those people that is not afraid of the devil. Y'all aren't afraid of the devil. I don't think you are. And this is a transitioning energy, and I'm getting that because this, it says safe travel, but I'm noticing that train, like, this is going to move on faster than expected. There's a lot being drudged up with this devil moment. There's a lot being drudged up. But it's kind of like, when the devil's going on, I got judgment in your favor in the dice, and I got also in the dice, I got the Knight of Swords. A lot of information coming in. The more information you hear, the more I like it. I do feel like this is one of those moments where you're active in the conversation, but you're more saying things to get more to come out. You want more to come out. Like, come on, air it out, tell me everything you got. And you want to know everything. You're like trying to get as deep into the situation as possible. Like, if we're going to do this, let's dig deep, let's get it all out. I don't feel like I'm trying to tell people what to do. I feel like I'm trying to get them to tell me more. I'm trying to get all the nuances, all the little things that have been going on the whole time. This here, that here, tell me everything going on. Tell me. There's a lot being unpacked here. A lot's coming forward, but I also feel like the more that comes out, the less it's going to last. It just seems to be solving itself the more you find out about it. And something that might have gone on for a long time. You got the Knight and Page of Pentacles here with the Four of Swords. There's a lot of healing by airing this out. A lot of healing and a lot of things that have been going on for way too long that are not going to be able to keep going after this is said and done. I feel like this is good. The healing we want. We want the healing. There's a lot of healing for other people here. Friendships come, friendships go. I don't know. We have to see how this plays out. This, especially because it's a general read, this feels very random to me. There's going to be people coming, people going at this point. Whatever's going on with this devil card and everything being unpacked and everybody saying what they're saying, I feel like people are realigning who's their friend and who's not their friend. It seems like it's one of those type of situations. Like, you know, maybe I got along with that person before, but after this happened, forget it. Vice versa. Maybe before I really didn't care about that person, they were alright, but now that I know how this played out, actually I do like that person. I like how they handled this. Let's get a little closer. Just to be fair, if I don't see anybody going from, like, I didn't like this person to start with to now I like them, I don't feel that happening. But if they were kind of like, I'm on the fence, I really don't care, stay or go, I don't really care, they might have a couple of people like that were on the fence that kind of like people now. There's a lot of weird energy going on here. Some people might get along that you might not expect to get along after this. Kind of like, really? They get along? All right. Some matchups here might shock you. People come, people go. There's a lot of crazy... Something's weird with this, too. People are making odd decisions, but it's fine. This Two of Wands is weird. What is that talking about? This is going on due to the Devil card. There's a lot of, like, churning it up. Churning it up. Okay. The Emperor. Okay. The Emperor and the Page of Cups. The Emperor is about truth usually. Can be a bit brutal. people are coming with this devil situation, and you're churning up the situation and getting people to talk. People are telling exactly how they feel. And some people really like that, and some people really don't. This is going to settle pretty good. It doesn't seem to be bothering you. Although Aquarius tends to look at it kind of like, I can do stuff with the truth, I can't do anything with lies. Like, if you tell me a bunch of lies, where am I going to go with that? I mean, I can figure out who a liar is, but if I really want to make changes happen, if I want to build something, I need the truth. I can only build actual things, stable things, with the truth. So I need the actual truth. So the fact that people are being truthful, even though it might be a bit brutal, you're like, well, at least it's the truth. We need the truth. So if it's got to be brutal, then it's got to be brutal. The way this is playing out, though, I feel like you might respect some people more after this than you did beforehand. And I think it's funny, because I keep picking this up, I think it's funny that you might see some people get a little bit, the way they speak might be a little bit, I don't know if I want to say vulgar, but a little bit more raw, which ironically is going to make you respect them a little more, kind of like, oh, so they can bring it forward when they need to. As long as it's the truth. If it's the truth, that's one thing. If they're just saying stuff just to be a jerk, that's another thing. But some people may get a little upset, say things a little bit more vulgar, a little bit more raw, but it's the truth, and you're like, well, so push comes to shove, it may be a little brutal, but they tell you what they're really thinking. I can get behind that. I respect that. I feel like you're okay with it. I feel like you're fine with it. You know, every Aquarius is different, but I'm feeling for the most of you, you're like, hey, if it's the truth, then it's the truth. You can be a little bit colorful if you have to be, as long as it's the truth. But if you're going to be BS in it and you're vulgar with the BS, I'm not here for that. Not here for that. So, but they're truthful. If they're very truthful, even though it's coming out the way it's coming out, I feel like you might respect somebody more for that, as long as it's the truth. As long as it's the truth. Things get along a lot better after this. How is this? Okay. You got the Two of Swords showing up in the environment with the Beauty card. And then you got the Seven of Pentacles and the Sun card. Alright. Okay. People come, people go, people get along, people don't get along. However that works. Like the realigning of friendships. There's certain people here who they don't do well. If they can't make the grade and they can't be honest, this is very, if you can't run with the big dogs, stay on the porch. You know, if you can't run with the big dogs, you stay on the porch. This is very much that. And I feel like certain people are going to realize that they have to kind of just stay in the background because they can't hold up. When the going gets tough and it gets really brutal, they can't handle it, and they're going to kind of stay out of stuff. I don't think this is bad because I feel like if some people like to have a little bit of a mouth, but they don't like it when the heat comes towards them, then they need to keep their mouth shut. Like if they're going to say stuff, they have to realize when you say stuff, sometimes the attentions come in your way and you got to handle what you said. You got to stand behind what you said. I feel like there's going to be a few people that are going to, they said stuff in the beginning and then it came back towards them and they didn't like that. And they're going to stay out of stuff after that. They're going to literally stay out of it because they don't like it when it comes back towards them. That's very good for everybody else. I feel like they're going to kind of, I don't know, I feel like there's a little bit of a questionable energy there. I feel like you're going to keep your eye on it, but I don't see this being a problem. Certain people are just going to kind of bow out of the situation for the most part. Let them bow out. Let them bow out is what I'm getting. I feel like you're going to anyway. But I feel like everybody else is going to get along really well. People might just kind of learn their place. Again, if you're going to say stuff, you got to be able to back it up. If you can't back it up, then keep your mouth shut. Again, you can't run with the big dogs, stay on the porch. They're going to learn their place in that sense. Like, if you're going to play, then you're going to play. You're not going to just, just show up for the good times. You're not showing up for the cake and ice cream. You're either going to put in the work and then enjoy the cake and ice cream. If you're not going to put in the work, don't show up for the gift at the end. Don't bother. That's for them. So some people are going to be on the outside. Let them stay on the outside. I feel like that's better for them. The way this reconstitutes is probably going to stay like this for a long time because I get the Eight of Pentacles. I feel like this is going to stay and solidify for a long time. To me, that's like the 8 is like this is solidifying in a good way. I thought I saw the 7 down here. Well, the 7 of Pentacles is happening for these other people. Kind of like they got downgraded a little bit. It's fine. I would leave it there. The people who are willing to talk are going to get along the best. There's going to be a very chatty atmosphere after this. I feel like there's more people getting along, even though they might be more chatty and it might seem like people are biting at each other a little bit more. Aquarius usually sees through it. There's a difference between people arguing and people being a little bit uppity with each other. I don't know. There's a lot more communication, but people getting along. Like, it's almost like, you know, when you have rival teams kind of just sniping at each other just a little bit. They're not being nasty. They're just kind of like, you know, talking crap a little bit. That type of stuff. That might happen, but I feel like everybody gets along better. It's more like kind of, you know, ribbing each other a little bit. Where are you fitting into this after? You seem to love it. That's your card. The Star card is your card. And the more people talk, the more you like it. Because the more people talk and the more you can hear and the more you can be a part of these conversations, the more there is to know, the more you can find out. So it's just kind of like, this is your element. People are talking more. But it's the people who are more honest coming forward. The people who have, you know, they'll stand behind what they say. When they're saying stuff, they'll say it and then they'll stand behind it. The atmosphere is going to get a lot more verbal. A lot more people talking. The people who are not talking, that's okay. I don't think you have to worry about them. Every now and then it seems like you're going to check on them. The reason they're staying out of it, though, is because they can't hold up. They can't run with the big dogs, so they stay on the porch. That's fine. This is bringing in a whole new era for this situation you're a part of. You're doing really well in it. The world coming in is telling me a whole new era is coming in, and you're doing really well. And I don't see Aquarius running away from confrontation. You don't want, like, violent confrontation, but, like, where we can get more... You want productive confrontation in the sense of, like, where we can get more information and we can move things forward and we can develop and find out the truth. We want productive confrontation. There's a difference between, like, a brutal confrontation and a productive confrontation. I feel like Aquarius understands this. Kind of like, you know, if we're bickering, it's almost like saying bickering and arguing are different. Bickering is just kind of like we're just voicing how we feel. Arguing is where we're being nasty to each other. There's a difference. You know what I mean? Bickering is fine. And there's going to be a bit of bickering with this situation. I feel like you're fine with it. I feel like I can make a lot more come out of this. You got a lot more information coming out with study. You're paying attention. You're keeping things to yourself when you need to, but you're also learning a lot with the Three of Pentacles. And you're putting it into action. Is there anything else I need to say with this? Alright, I'm going to shut this down here. Hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.